all of you. We will wait for a moment to allow my dear colleagues to join. Right. Well, in fact, it's a very good thing to tell that there are so many of us that we need to squeeze. We will not squeeze, however, we will expand in support of Ukraine, believe me. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for being here this afternoon. And I would like to read this joint statement. The following is a joint statement by Albania, Andorra, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Canada, Colombia, Croatia, Republic of Cyprus, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Georgia, Germany, Greece, Guatemala, Hungary, Iceland, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Latvia, Lichtenstein, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malta, Marshall Islands, Monaco, Montenegro, the Netherlands, New Zealand, North Macedonia, Norway, Palau, Poland, Portugal, Republic of Moldova, Republic of Korea, Romania, San Marino, Singapore, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Switzerland, Turkey, Ukraine, the Federated States of Micronesia, the United Kingdom, the United States, and the European Union. Today marks 6 months since the beginning of Russia's unprovoked, full-scale, and illegal invasion of Ukraine. We recall the UN General Assembly's resounding conclusions that the Russian Federation's aggression against Ukraine is a violation of the UN Charter that impacts not only the people of Ukraine, but millions of people around the world. We deplore the Russian Federation's failure to implement UN General Assembly Resolution A/ES/11/1 of the 2nd of March 2022 and the Resolution A/ES/11/2 of the 24th of March 2022, as well as its failure to comply with the legally binding order by the International Court of Justice of 16th of March 2022, in particular, its failure to immediately cease its use of force against Ukraine. All states have an obligation under Article 2 of the Charter of the United Nations to refrain in their international relations from the threat of use of force against the territorial integrity or political independence of any state and to settle their international disputes by peaceful means. No territorial acquisition resulting from the threat or use of force shall be recognized as lawful. We call upon the Russian Federation to stop its total disregard of its obligations under international law, including the Charter of the United Nations, international humanitarian law, and the international human rights law. Today, we reaffirm our solidarity with the people of Ukraine, pay tribute to all those who have sacrificed their lives for the independence of Ukraine, and express our deepest sympathy and condolences to the families of the victims of the ongoing aggression against Ukraine. We condemn in the strongest terms sustained missile strikes by the Russian armed forces on the territory of Ukraine, which have repeatedly hit residential areas and civilian infrastructure, resulting in harms to displacement and deaths of thousands of civilian civilians during the full-scale invasion of Ukraine. We remain committed to the sovereignty, independence, unity, and territorial integrity of Ukraine within its internationally recognized borders, extending to its territorial waters. Today, once again, we reiterate our demand for the immediate cessation of hostilities by the Russian Federation against Ukraine, of all attacks directed against civilians and civilian infrastructure, and the full, immediate, and unconditional withdrawal of the Russian forces and military equipment from the territory of Ukraine. End of statement. Thank you.
Are you going to take some questions?
Just ask.
It's the discretion of my colleagues and their availability.
We just asked, well, the Russian ambassador just came out and showed a mine that he said was planted in Russian-occupied territory by the Ukrainians. I wondered whether you had any response to that, and we also asked whether we were going to be back here in a year doing a first anniversary, and he said basically he wasn't a magician, couldn't prognosticate.
Right, I speak on my own behalf, so it doesn't mean that all of our colleagues may share my opinion. It is a very private opinion. My private opinion is that I would be very much surprised that Ambassador Nebenza lasts for another year in New York for many reasons. When it comes to allegations, all allegations should be investigated. Therefore, Ukraine cooperates with all relevant international structures to investigate all atrocities and all allegations about war crimes committed in the territory of Ukraine in the course of this invasion. But let me remind you as well that the war against Ukraine did not start on the 24th of February, European time. The war against Ukraine started in the year 2014, and everything should be investigated. And I hope that the Russian Federation cooperates with the international investigation. Thank you.
Is Ukraine ready to welcome the IAEA inspection team, and are there any conditions that Ukraine has for them to access the plant?
Ukraine repeated it many, many times, including yesterday, that Ukraine insists that there is not only the International Atomic Energy Agency mission, that there is a permanent presence of the agency in the territory of the NPP until the NPP is fully handed over to Ukrainian control. There is an exchange of letters between the Director General and the Foreign Minister Kuleba. The last letter he sent was yesterday in reply to the letter of the Director General of the 17th of August. And in that letter, we expressed our practical agreement with the intentions of the agencies. And we are very much encouraged that there is an overwhelming understanding that the inspection should be conducted in full accordance with the Ukrainian national legislation and international law.
Can I have a question, please?
Can you identify yourself, please?
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Abdul Hamid Sayam from the Arabic daily Al-Quds Al-Arabi. Sir, how can you justify the position of your government supporting the aggression of Israel on the Palestinians, killing their children, annexing their land, building settlement against UN resolutions?
I think that you are misconstructing the position of my government, and I will not reply to the false allegations that are not based on the facts and on the policy of Ukraine with regard to the two-state solution in the Middle East.
Ambassador, did you get a reaction from the UN to your call for permanent presence of the IAEA mission in Ukraine?
The discussion is ongoing in Vienna, where the headquarters of the International Atomic Energy Agency is.
Ambassador, Mariam Ramadi from Iran International. What do you think about Iran selling drones to Russia to be used in Ukraine war?
Any support of the aggressive actions of Russia will be detrimental to the national interest of every single country on the planet.
From Japanese news agency. What if Russia wanted to say they want to start the peace talk? Would you be willing to go back to the diplomacy?
I do not discuss hypotheses or theories or conspiracies, but the position of the government of Ukraine and of the president of Ukraine when it comes to any talks with the Russians is well known. You can easily find it on the website of the president of Ukraine. The only thing I would like to say that if the Russians will go ahead with their theatrical court and against the members of Azov battalion, it may mean the point of no return when it comes to the possibility of peace talks with the Russians.
Your president mentioned a potential GA resolution. Is there anything more that you can share on that?
Yeah, I think that the issue of accountability is very prominent here in New York, and there is a very powerful sentiment among the membership that impunity and accountability should be addressed, including in the form of necessary decisions in New York. So we are working very hard with many countries, and that will be our joint proposal when the time comes. All right, thank you very much, and smile, please. I mean, if you are depressed or not happy, it only helps our adversaries, so be happy. Thank you. All right.
Happy Independence Day. I have no time yet.
Everybody will say anything.
Sergiy, so we go this way or that way?
Be there in
The president talked about an attack today on railroad.
Yes.
We couldn't, because of the sound, we couldn't
Right.
hear what he said
I'm sure
about
that
casualties.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I have to verify the full text with his official website. So I will go myself on the website of the president to check on the latest text. Right. So I believe in the victory.
Could I also ask about
To my question, can you clarify, are you saying that unless there's a permanent mission, the team can't come in?
No,
Is that part? That's not, okay, I just wanted to be sure. Okay.
We are open to the mission. We believe that it is desirable that they stay there as long as possible.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.